Alright, fuckers, welcome to the Trailer Park Boys Fan Federation podcast, the podcast made by Trailer Park Boys fans for Trailer Park Boys fans. I'm Morgan Rector.
And if you don't like that, fuck off.
Exactly, yeah. This is my co-host Raymond Hazen. What we're going to talk about first in this episode is the kind of shitty food that they not only eat on Trailer Park Boys, but also many of us poor white trash folks have eaten most of our lives because we couldn't afford anything better. I think chicken fingers are definitely part of that menu, I would say.
Well, only if they're the good kind, you know, $8.
Yeah. I've had cheaper chicken fingers.
Are they really $8 up there?
Yeah, usually, like, there's this brand called Jane's something, Jane's chicken fingers, and yeah, they cost $8, and it's a pretty big box, and so if you're poor, you're living in a trailer, and you need something to feed the whole family, you could do a lot worse. You know, that's a lot of white meat, and so it's pretty filling. Get that and a lot of plum sauce, you know.
You know, everybody prefers the white meat. You know that, right?
Yeah. That would be kind of gross with dark meat.
Go ask anyone, literally, what do you prefer, the drumstick or the breast? And I promise, everyone's going to say the breast.
Well, everyone except me. I like dark meat, but not when it comes to chicken fingers. That would be gross. That would be kind of disgusting. But I don't like to eat like a chicken breast on its own. But otherwise, I like dark meat. And one thing actually, you'll learn now. Remember the scene where Ricky was like, someone woke him up in the morning and he said, "Just 10 more minutes." Well, what he's laying on is there's a franchise of chicken restaurants in Canada called Swiss Chalet. And that's him using one of their containers as a cushion. So, yeah, if you wonder where that came from, yeah.
You know, that actually brings into a question that I have. This is the perfect week to ask. What the hell is a donair?
A donair, actually, yeah, it's a good question. They're only available in 3 provinces. That's Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island. So that's in the Maritimes. And also, actually, there's a 4th province, Alberta, because a lot of people from the Maritimes during economic depressed times had moved out to Alberta, and some of them started up restaurants that serve donairs out there. They're very popular in Alberta. But basically, you know what a gyro is?
A gyro.
Yeah, it's similar. There was a guy who's opened up a restaurant in Halifax, and he served that initially. But apparently lamb was too exotic for the locals. You know, they're very, very white bread. You know, very much Trailer Park Boys type people. So with lamb being too exotic, he decided to switch the meat to beef, and it had the same consistency. And instead of using tzatziki sauce, he invented this special sauce. It's like I don't know what it's made of exactly, but it's sweet. And they drench it in that, and donairs are fucking amazing. Whenever I go down,
So I've been looking them up because I've been curious about it because I always wonder what the hell a donair is because I see it in everything Canadian that I watch. Which, in case anyone hasn't realized by now, I watch a lot of you guys' stuff because I love it. But anywho, where I come from down in Napa, there was a market down there called Smallwood Market. Shameless plug. Anywho, Smallwood Market they made gyros, lamb gyro, and it was the pita. It had the tzatziki sauce, all that, man, and it was amazing. So I was wondering if it's the same thing or if it's just a variation off or different or something like that. You know.
Well, if you ever make it to the Maritimes or Alberta, I would definitely recommend picking up a donair. They're really good.
Oh, I'm going to, but I actually looked it up and I found a recipe that I'm debating, trying to recreate myself.
Yeah, I've tried doing that, and there's a chain of grocery stores called Sobeys, and they have stores here in Toronto. They sell donair kits, but it's not the same thing. You really got to go to a place like King of Donair, and they do it right, man. They do it old school. It's definitely it's one of the most popular foods down there for sure. I've often thought if I had the money and I made a lot of money, I was going to invest it. I'd open up a King of Donair here because they have been expanding, and I think it would probably catch on pretty well here.
Well, maybe one of these days I'll take a trip out to Toronto to come see you, and we can do a whole special about it, you know?
Yeah.
And because, like I said, I've never been nowhere. I've been to Oregon and I've been to Nevada, and that's basically it. But never left California. I've been right here in this corner the whole time. So,
and I can go down there and try the In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, and you know, you can come out here and I can take you down to In-N-Out, no problem. Like we can do a flip-flop thing, you know?
Yeah, when I went to Tennessee, because I once had a girlfriend who lived there, I tried White Castle. I like that a lot. Up here, you can only get it frozen at 7-Eleven, but I'm not eating that. That'd be disgusting.
So where I'm at on the West Coast, you can't get White Castle and you can't get Crystal from an actual restaurant. That, yeah. Those are East Coast and Southern things. Like my grandma, I love my grandma. Betty is her name, and she's from Tennessee. She was born in Tennessee. But anywho, White Castle and Crystal, like those are things that she knows. Those are actual restaurants you can go to. Over here, you can only get them if you go to like the store and buy the frozen things, you know? So I've had them both, but they've only been the frozen things. But I mean, they're still pretty dang good. You know, I haven't had no Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, see, I don't like to eat the frozen box burgers myself, like the kind that Randy buys in bulk. You know,
yes,
that episode in season 6 where he goes to Barb's with like 5 boxes of frozen burgers. I've bought them before, and I just can't get into it, man.
Hey, how about the one where Mr. Lahey's like out in the bushes and is he bow hunting?
Oh,
and he hits the blue jay, and then Randy's like, "Oh yes, I'll eat your blue jay burger."
Oh yeah, with the blue feather hanging out.
My best buddy Kevin, man. He's my Randy. Okay, if I was Mr. Lahey, which we all know that. By the way, if anyone has to email me, go ahead and hit scoobdad.lahey@gmail.com. Anywho, he's my Randy, and like we joke about that. Like he goes, "Man, I'd eat your Blue Jay burger. If you brought me an old dirty Blue Jay burger, I'd eat it."
Is he too self-conscious to walk around without a shirt on? Does he have a gut?
No. Funny story is, I don't know if I told the story, but I bought tickets to go see the boys back a couple of years ago, and they were playing down at the Warfield. And anyway, I bought tickets, and then right after I bought tickets, Mr. Lahey passed.
Yeah.
So they postponed the show, which sucked because I bought tickets for the Christmas tour, but that happened. And then anyway, when it finally came around, what the hell was the question you just asked, bud?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry. What was the question you just asked?
Oh, yeah, I was just asking if that friend happens to walk around without a shirt on, has a gut.
Oh, yes, that's what I was saying. So anyway, during the show, the boys are up there, and they're trying to call people up who want to take the shirt off and be fat guys, and it's a big fat gut challenge with Randy. And my buddy Kevin, if you ever get to meet him, man, he's a big guy, but he's fat, he's huge, he's taller than me, he's like 6'5". He's big, bud, big old belly too.
Yeah.
You know, I love his big old boiler though. I love it. It's my favorite belly in the world, man. I got his belly all day. I promise. Anyway, I'm trying to convince him to get up there, and he wouldn't do it. That's long story short. He wouldn't do it because he was kind of self-conscious and scared. And I was trying to convince him, like, man, your belly's beautiful, and fuck the world. If anyone got something to say about it, they come talk to me, you know?
Yeah.
But he got a little self-conscious about it, so he didn't get up. But I guarantee he might have won. Actually, I can't guarantee because, I mean, it's up to the vote. But he could have won. I really think he could.
Well, the world seems to be becoming more accepting of what they call the dad bod now. So that's a positive thing,
Well, yeah, dude. I've been telling the world for a long time. I've been rocking the dad bod for years. I've been sexy for a long time.
Yeah, the world's catching up to us.
The world's just catching up.
So what else? Did you eat a lot of fish sticks growing up?
Oh, tons of fish sticks, man. I'm a big fish stick and white rice. You make some fish sticks and white rice, and you put a little soy sauce on it. As Homer would say.
Oh yeah.
I get down on that.
For Canadians, there's one particularly fine line of fish sticks called Blue Water. They're kind of crispy. Those are really good fish sticks. I have no idea what kind of fish that is, where they're just mashing it up, but there might be some fish filler in there, but they're good. So,
realistically, the stick is probably as much fish as the nugget is chicken.
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Well,
what part of the chicken is the nugget?
Well, they're saying right now that the tuna at Subway isn't tuna, or it's not entirely tuna. So you have no,
I've heard that.
You never know. You never know how much fake filler shit they're putting into the food, right? So,
very true. Very true. Hey, we're gonna run out of food at some point. I mean, there's only so much that can go around.
Yeah. Well, only so much pink slime they can put in the hot dogs. I think that's what they put in the hot dogs. They call it.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is dude. As we all know, we've already established. I've been to prison. I've been locked up in jail. I'm telling you, I've opened cans of dog food to feed my granny's dog.
Yeah.
And as I'm scooping it out, I go, shit, I think I ate that while I was locked up right there.
For real, it's that bad?
Like, that looks exactly like what I ate before. Like, literally.
So it doesn't even...
And we've already established, we know, I hate the word literally. But it happened. Like...
Wow. That is
like, that looks like what I ate one time.
Well, I remember hearing, like, prison food just has no flavor at all, that there's just no seasoning. But I've also heard it tastes really bad too. So
no, there is no flavor. It has no seasoning. Reason being is, as we're cooking, right? Maybe that old guy over there has a heart issue. I can't put salt in this. You know what I'm saying? Because it could hurt his heart. So we can't season things because salt and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Would it make his life that much worse? I mean, he is in fucking prison. You know?
Good point.
Might as well put him out of his misery. You know what I'm saying? If you can do it with some salt.
Well, on the other side, jail's not that bad, but don't beat this in jail. But.
Oh yeah, well it depends. Well yeah, but you didn't go to San Quentin, right? I mean that's some hardcore shit.
I've been there.
You went in. You did time in San Quentin.
Matter of fact, when I got arrested in Napa and sent to prison the first time, actually both times, the reception center was San Quentin. So I went there from there, and San Quentin's its own community, it's its own town. Like, you walk up to the store, like, we walk out of the cells, and I look down the hall at my buddy and go, hey, you want to go to the store? He goes, hey, yeah, let's go to the store. And we walk down this fucking tier and down the stairs. This is once you get out of reception, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. While you're in reception, you can't do none of this. In reception, you're locked in. But once you're out of reception, you're in normal main line. Then you walk over to the store, you go up to the thing, and you could just get a fucking ice cream and a Pepsi if you want and walk away.
Oh.
I'm dead serious, man. San Quentin is amazing. Everyone in prison, everyone in the state of California in prison wants to go to San Quentin. And I dare anyone call in and say I'm full of shit. Because that's a fact.
Wow.
Everyone in the prison in the state of California wants to go to San Quentin. They have a baseball team that plays baseball with outside. They don't get to leave, but it's part of a league, and like police and other people, a part of the league that know they get to come in and they play baseball, and like not in on team, but you're overlooking, like you get to watch the game, and it's a freaking softball game. You know? Is
that where Ed Kemper is incarcerated?
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but I do know this: that San Quentin is the oldest prison in the state of California. It was built in 89 or something. And this one cop that was there one time once told me, because I was chatting with him, and he was telling me about back in the old days, right? When in the old days, when you paroled, they used to give you a $20 gold piece,
mm-hmm.
And a horse, a $20 gold piece and a horse. And the reason they gave you the horse was your ride, and the $20 gold piece was because across the street was a little saloon thing, and you can go across the street and you could turn that gold piece into a revolver and some bullets, you know. And so you got your horse, your revolver, and your bullets, and you were able to get out of there. $20 gold piece in a horse, or was it $20 gold piece and the revolver, and then you bought the horse, something like that. But it was right around those areas, right? But anyway, you were able to leave San Quentin with a pistol, with some bullets, and a horse, man.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So you just left prison, and now you got yourself a gun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, back in 1890, like it didn't matter that much, man. Like pistol and a horse was that's good. That's like having a fucking, smoking a pancake or something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. I was just gonna mention my favorite scene of Trailer Park Boys Jail so far was in this week's episode, with Randy getting fucked by that guy in the prison cell. He's like, yeah, he's handsome. I'll go in there. And they're all listening to it. That was fucking hilarious.
Are we all going to pretend like we're not hearing this? Yeah. I mean, hey, if you got to take one for the team, man, you got to, I mean, I don't know if fuck, man. I mean, if I had to take one for the team, if we're being real about it, like, no, fuck no, man. Fuck no. I don't know. No, man.
Yeah.
But you got to give Randy his credit, man. He took that shit for the team.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Hey, did you see the log of hash?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the log of hash. Yeah, he stuck it up his ass. Yeah.
Julian, I got this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of practice with that, right?
He does.
Hooking at the drive-through. Yeah.
Fly to the bumble cocksucker.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't worry, that's just my COVID.
That's right.
I'm teasing.
Oh, you don't have it?
I got a big old, what the hell is this? It's a cartridge for my pen.
Oh, you're vaping?
Yeah, it's a banana OG. Matter of fact, I got a new one. I haven't changed. Things empty anyway. This was a banana OG, and then I have another one over here now. It's a cookies and cream. I'm about to switch to that thing right now.
Do you find that the vaping it is smoother than smoking a joint or a bong? Or?
No. Nothing tastes better than a joint.
Yeah.
Nothing in the world. But I do everything all the time. I do everything. So I smoke joints. I'll take bong loads. I'll do dabs. Fucking, like, I don't give a shit. If it gets me loaded, I'll do it, man.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's basically it. It's like, I really don't care. All right, here we go. New one. This is the cookies and cream. Fucking platinum vape. Here we go.
I'll tell you one of the, as far as the food goes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
What you saying, bud?
I was saying, in terms of white trash food, I'd say probably the most defining moment in my life in terms of that was I had dinner at a friend's house when I was a kid, and his mother gave us like raw wieners for dessert. Wow.
Woo. Man, it's still biting. All right, so I've been thinking about this. So I figured I'd tell you guys a couple, white trash dishes I've had, which I've had possum pie.
Possum pie? Really?
Possum pie.
Well,
yes,
how
sir.
was that?
It was made basically like the hell? God damn it! I'm so drunk. I'm drawing the blank. Fucking chicken pot pie. It was basically made like a chicken pot pie, but it had possum inside instead of ground beef or chicken or whatever the hell you put in one. Whatever you want to, because anyone who made a chicken pot pie from scratch knows you can put whatever meat inside you want.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I've also had gator gumbo.
Gator gumbo.
I've had which was gumbo made with gator. I've had gator sausage.
Wow.
I've had ostrich steaks, which I ordered ostrich, which I guess that's not so much a white trash thing as a bogan thing.
Yeah, or just maybe kind of a exotic delicacy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. I guess. All right, all right, all right. But here's the story that we've been all waiting for. We're all signed up for. So here's the story of the most ghetto white trash dish I've ever. No, let me rephrase this. Ghetto gourmet, white trash gourmet dish. Like we tried to be nice about it. You know what I'm saying? This is back when I. This is back in the days when I was homeless, and me and my buddy Ike. I love my buddy Ike. Shout out to Ike wherever you are out there. I love you, Ike. Anywho, me and my buddy Ike, we were. He was another homeless guy down the river from me. Anywho, he comes up, and the two of us get drunk and loaded and partying, and then we decide that we're gonna make some spears. So we start shaving some sticks, and we make a few spears. And then we go down the way from the river where we're at, and we go down it, and we go into where it's, almost knee deep, like halfway up shin deep. And so we're in there, and we literally spearfish these salmon out of the river, out of the creek, right up from where we're at, where we're homeless, out of these spears that we literally just, fuck, I hate that word. Why do we always say literally so much?
Yeah.
Out of these spear thing that we fucking pointed, we shaved them down, and fucking we spear these fish out, right? Then we take it up to the homeless camp where we're staying at. I, who went to culinary school, I am a trained chef. I'm pretty good. I got one buddy out there named Ryan Dugan, who's a better chef than me any day and every day. Besides him, I don't know anyone else that is. Period. End of story. Anyway, we go back to the camp, and I fillet these fish with a hatchet.
Yeah.
Right? And mind you, as we discussed last week, I had this 3-tiered shopping cart barbecue that I built. So we proceeded to fry this fish on this shopping cart barbecue. And I made some rice pilaf that I sauteed the carrots with carrots and onions. I sauteed those in a freaking hubcap from a car.
Yeah, really.
over
Wow.
the 3-tiered thing, right?
That's some Ricky cooking right there. You're doing Ricky style.
Yes, sir, buddy. And then I poured those into a coffee can that I mixed with the rice. So I made a rice pilaf with that in a coffee can over this 3-tiered barbecue shopping cart thing. And then once that was all going, I went ahead and sauteed some asparagus in that same very the hell was I just talking about? Damn, I'm drunk. The fucking hubcap. I sauteed the asparagus in that very same hubcap.
Wow.
And then so we had sauteed asparagus with garlic, a homemade rice pilaf, and fucking salmon fillets.
Well, I got to hand it to you. Cooking fish under ideal conditions.
All poached out of the river. I shouldn't have said that. All liberated out of the river with a spear and hatcheted and made right there in the camp on a shopping cart barbecue.
Well, I got to hand it to you. Cooking fish under ideal conditions is hard enough, but the fact that you managed to cook it in a hubcap wow, that's amazing.
So, true story. So this guy who lived down the river the other direction, his mom, he was, a little bit older than me, right around my age, actually, a little bit older. But his mom used to come down all the time. I made her a plate, and I gave it to him and said, hey, make sure your mom gets a plate, because, I made this food, here. And he's like, all right, no worries, man. And so later on, he comes up to me and he goes, hey, so mom asked me where the hell you got that food at, because she wants to go back there and buy that stuff because that was so good. I said, wait, what? Are you kidding me right now? Me and Ike just poached that shit down out of the river over here, and I cooked it on the shopping cart. And he looks at me and goes, no, you didn't. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Holy shit. Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, that's what a little salt will do if you do a little salt right,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, those are some of the best ones I had. Oh, hey, knock knock.
Who's there?
A greased up fuck walls running around with the liquored up shit sheriff frig dancing thinks they're in charge. Really just a drunk, sweaty male prostitute doing fuck knows what for cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that's a classic right there.
I tried, but
See,
anyway.
I'm looking up like white trash recipes, but all I come up with is it's like a snack food of like cereal and candy. You ever heard tell of that? Junk mix. You ever heard? It's like Crispix cereal, pretzels, M&Ms, and white chocolate. You ever heard of that?
Junk mix?
Yeah, white trash. It's also called white trash, or it's called junk mix. But I guess this is like made by people who are not white trash.
Yeah, that I'm not sure of. I haven't heard junk mix. Doesn't mean that I'm not drawing a blank or something.
Yeah, I never heard of it either. Yeah. Have you? So what was possum like? Is it like chicken or beef? What did you like pork? Or?
Well, it is kind of like chicken. The funny thing is when they say everything tastes like chicken, no, they're not joking. Chicken does taste like everything.
Yeah, but apparently the cannibals though we taste like pork. So we're the exception apparently.
I have heard that. I don't know. Not that I'm interested.
Never eaten anybody.
It's funny being a chef and being someone who watches like bizarre foods and all that. Like I think to myself, hey, if I was in some little, Ethiopian village in the middle of nowhere, I'm not saying they do, but if they were eating crickets or whatever, like cockroaches, and not that they do, like wherever. It's so hard being politically correct these days. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
But anywho, you get to put them in. Like I always say, hey, I would try. I'd never knock a meal till I've tried it. You know what I'm saying? Period. End of story. Well, I'm a chef by trade. Like I've learned a long time ago. We can make anything taste good if we try it.
Well, I ate a scorpion once. They must have taken the venom out, but it was like, I guess it was a baby. It came in like a lollipop. And so I get to the scorpion. It was like eating wood. It had a really weird consistency, very crunchy. So I know what that's like.
I've had scorpions,
Oh, you have? Yeah.
I've had scorpions. I've had crickets. I used chocolate-covered cockroaches. I've had those. There's actually a lot of protein in bugs.
There is,
The reason being is because they got no fat, so they're all protein. That's the difference between us and something else. Is the amount of fat. And, like, everything has either fat or protein.
Well, I'll tell you. Well, my oven has, there's a cockroach that got into it, and it went up, there's a digital clock on it, right? It gets up to see, like, what's going on inside the clock, and it got stuck. It's been in there for years, and it hasn't even shrunk, dude. It's the same. They don't rot. Nothing happens to them when they die.
Well, because it's nothing but a little blob of fucking protein, man. That's all it is. So that's all it is.
Yep.
And so, I'm sorry, I'm eating a fucking pepperoni cock right now.
Yeah. So have you ever taken a bread heel and rubbed it in bacon grease? Have you gotten that desperate for something to eat?
I've been very desperate to eat. Yes. I've eaten out of garbage cans before. All kinds of things, man. If you want to know. But have I ever rubbed a old bread heel? I've eaten old bread heel. Actually, I've rubbed a bread heel on a pizza crust box before.
Oh, yeah, really?
I've done that, yeah, to get some grease off that. Yeah, I've done that. You ever had toaster leavings?
What are those, like the crumbs that are left over inside?
Inside the toaster, yes, sir. The things at the bottom, that little tray you pull out and you dump out and you pour out. Yeah, I used to eat those. I put those in a little thing and I just shoot in my mouth and wash a chunk of water and get that down to me, and that'd get me going around for at least a couple hours.
And I think a staple in every white trash household is a bag of wieners. There's always wieners around, right?
Tons of pepperoni cocks.
Yeah, pepperoni and wieners and other salted cured meats. I think bologna. Bologna's another one.
What do you know about spread? You ever heard about spread?
Spread. The only one.
That's a jailhouse thing down here.
What's it made of?
Thing.
What's it made of?
Okay, so the top ramen, and you crunch up like chips, and
Oh
you
yeah,
you
yeah.
cut up, right? You guys got that up there too?
I don't know if they do it in jail or not, but I remember because I went through a phase where I was obsessed with prison culture, and I remember them talking about that. And also, I remember them saying if you're in solitary or the hole, what they do is they take the leftover food from the end of the day, and they create some kind of loaf. They call it like mash loaf or something, and basically you're eating that leftover shit all combined into just a biscuit.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fucked.
Did you make pruno? Did you drink pruno?
Oh yeah, I make tons of pruno. I'm a great pruno dude. I'll make you the best kicker in the world. To make good pruno, you got to make a good kicker first, and your kicker is what sets off the liquor. So basically, what you do is, you get some, like a crumbled up couple pieces of bread, and then like some jelly from the peanut butter and jelly. You get some jelly, and like in a little bag, you put that like ball, mash that up and throw that down there, and you put some jelly in there, and then you get a fruit pack from the juice in the lunch comes like the powdered juice. It's got a little bit of sugar in it. So you want sugar, bud. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for sugar. All right, that's it. And then you throw that in there too. You let that shit kick around for a while. Kick around. What I mean is those sugars and those things will start, bouncing off each other, and they'll start fermenting. That's the fermentation process. And they start bouncing off each other. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, down. Yeah, we're fucking pushing around. Hey, how we going? Yeah. And anyway, once that starts kicking, it's sugar can only do two things. It can turn into liquor, alcohol, or it can go past that and become a fucking mold. That's it. That's all sugar can do. From there, all right. So you let that shit kick around for a while, and it becomes a good little, good little kick. And then you take that thing out, you ball that up, and that's your kicker. And you take a T-shirt, and like you rip off the sleeve or something off the jailhouse T-shirt, and then you put that in there, and you tie that fucker off so it's almost like a tea bag, like a ball-sized tea bag. And then you drop that guy inside a bag. Like you get a bunch of orange juice, and you get a bunch of, whatever juices you can get your hands on, apple juice, whatever, and juices, period. And you get those juices, and you put them in a big bag, and then you drop that kicker inside. And in 2.5, 3 days, maybe, bro, you got a good batch of pruno that you're charging $4 or $5 a cup for, man.
Well, it sounds like you could make it cheaply and sell it. You could probably sell like a $2 bottle of
cheap
liquor
as
for
fuck,
that.
man. Super cheap.
I'm wondering if Swish is a real beverage. I have no idea if they just invented that for the show, or if that's a real thing. But have you looked into that at all?
I have no clue. I don't know. I would be interested. I pretend like it's real all the time. Me and my buddy Kevin, we joke about Swish all the time. But like, I don't know.
Yeah. Have you had moonshine?
Oh yeah, of course. I've had tons of moonshine. Multiple kinds. I've had homemade and store bought, which down here in California you can't get good store bought moonshine. It's all crap. I keep pausing every few seconds, you guys, because I got the hiccups, man. Because I've been drinking and partying all day, so just so everybody knows, like,
what did you?
Every few seconds I'm breathing because I'm hiccuping.
That's all right. Have you known anyone who was actually making it, like in the backwoods?
Oh yeah, no, my buddy Kev, he's a moonshine making motherfucker, man, and he's good at it.
How much of that do you need to drink to get drunk? Not much, right?
Oh no, well, it depends on you. I mean, me and Ricky, we could probably hammer a few bit down, but the average cat, a couple, 2-3 shots, and you'd be pretty tatered.
Oh yeah, that's like 100% proof, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's like, I mean, think about it. The best we can get down here is 151, and that's 151. But the moonshine that he's making was probably around 180. And realistically, that's pretty fucked. That's gonna fuck you.
Oh yeah.
180. Like he tells me all the time when he gives me liquor, he's like, buddy, uh, don't drink too much, man. Like, slow down, because he knows me. He knows me, man. I'll start hammering, but I party, dude. I mean, when I start partying, but like, I let it go. You know, I don't give a fuck.
Like waking up
But
outdoors, kind of drunk.
oh yeah, dude. No, I'm waking up on a roof across town.
Oh yeah, really.
Like I'm waking up in the garbage can 3 counties over. You know, like holy fuck, how did I get here?
So now I'm going to parlay that liquor talk into our study of John Dunsworth for the rest of the episode. So I'm looking at this page on trailerpark.fandom.com. So I'm just going to go through some of this information here. So yeah, he was born in 1946 to Frank and Frances Dunsworth. He was the second born of 10 children, man, and he was the oldest son. And of course, it says Sarah Dunsworth appeared on the show with him. He studied acting at the University of Guelph, but dropped out in his 4th year, probably because he was just so talented. Maybe he just didn't know. He just didn't think he needed the degree.
They weren't ready for him.
No, not for somebody. I mean, come on, man. For a guy who like rarely drank, maybe a few times in his lifetime, and he played this drunk who like drinks so much he'd lose his fucking mind, and you never doubted the authenticity of it, man. Like I was watching that scene yesterday where he had like all these liquor bottles labeled with the names of like Ricky and Julian and J-Rock, and he starts talking about it. At one point, he goes in this like high-pitched voice, you know that part?
Shit moths.
Yeah. Or the Blue
Shit
episode.
moths. The Shitabus. You know?
Yes,
I remember exactly what you're talking about.
The winds of
shit. Hey, have you been on the Swearnet app and watched Liquor Stories?
I haven't seen that yet. There's a lot of content I haven't checked out yet.
You got to, man. Like, because I mean, you're right. The fact that this man could play this well and he really didn't, it blows my mind. Like I can play a good drunk, but I drink, so like I understand. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's cool, but the fucking guy was so brilliant.
It's astonishing, yeah. Well, by the way, I visited Mike Smith's Bubbles Lounge restaurant. It was pretty cool. They had like little tiny shopping carts holding the condiments on the tables. It was cool.
I'm so jealous that you live up there.
I didn't live there at the time. I was just visiting. But yeah, I'm
talking in Toronto, in Canada. You're in Canada.
And I didn't even know where it was, and I was just visiting Halifax, and I'm walking. Suddenly, I see Bubbles Mansion. It's like, shit, I'm going in there. So yeah, I'm glad I got to go before they shut it down. Okay, so
wait, they shut it down?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe it just wasn't making enough money. Not that I'm putting it down, but I guess it was pretty average in terms of being kind of a restaurant/bar. It was just casual dining. So, and also, I don't know if I think Trailer Park Boys is just as much a cult show there as it is everywhere else. So maybe it just
I mean, honestly, it means the world to me in the small crowd that I associate with. Like, it means something. But outside of that, like, probably nobody cares. You know?
Yeah, I don't think most people know about it, really. I have 2 Trailer Park Boys shirts now, and I don't think most people realize what the hell it is about. So, yeah.
Which people ask me all the time. I'm wearing another shirt. I got like 4 or 5 shirts. I'm wearing a different one right now. And it's a big pot leaf, and it's got 2 birds staring at each other, and it says, "Get 2 birds stoned at once."
Yeah, I got one that says "Welcome to Sunnyvale," and the other one's just black with white text says Trailer Park Boys, and that one's just plain. Let me see. So yeah, Dunsworth. He went on to act in numerous CBC radio dramas, and he has had starring roles in many stage productions at the Neptune Theatre in Halifax, and then in 1970, Dunsworth leased an abandoned building on Halifax's waterfront and converted it into a playhouse, dubbing it the Pier 1 Theatre. It became the city's first and most successful alternative theatre production house. And then in 1987, he founded Filmworks Casting, became the only casting director in Halifax. See, this is one thing I really respect about him. He was an entrepreneur. He just said, well, we're not going to just sit around feeling sorry for ourselves that we don't
That's right.
have these things here. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's start things up, you know.
We're going to make some shit.
Absolutely, and I think probably the production industry down there owes him a huge gratitude. How's it? I'm not the one who's smoking tonight. Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
So he was the most renowned.
You know, I ordered that dictionary book, right?
Did it arrive yet?
No, not yet. But it's coming. It's coming. And actually, Sarah apparently, because she emailed me back.
Oh yeah.
And the reason I know it was her because she cited Sarah. So unless someone from JohnDunsworth.com is lying, it was Sarah. You know what I'm saying?
Could you ask her to do an interview with us on the show?
No, I didn't push that yet. But in the email she responded, she even mentioned how she knows that I'm a fan because I gave her the scoopdad.lahey because the only email I created that email for the show, and then I shared it with just JohnDunsworth.com, right? Like, why shouldn't I share that, right? Like, that's the only other place I shared it with. And she told me that. And so I sent her the link to the show and informed her that, I am part of a show. And yes, I do love Mr. Lahey and John and so much more than just this. Like I want to get into the man more than just the character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm ready for you to continue. I'll stop stealing the mic for a minute and let you continue, so then we can get into, because I have something that I would like to, let everybody know too, that they need to look into. What is it? It says freaking playing with rocks or get a hobby.
Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah.
Yeah, did you watch that yet?
Yeah, that was really cool. I hope that next time I go down there, I can find out where it is. I'd like to pose for a selfie. Yeah.
So myself and my best friend Kevin, we've already established that if someone came up to me and go, "Hey, you're about to die, but you get to go one place in the world," I want to go to that wall.
Yeah.
I want to go to that wall. That's my spot. It's up there in Nova Scotia somewhere. Where you got? Well, a little east of you, I guess. Yeah. I've learned my geography, you guys.
Well,
but anywho, it's right up there, and it's looking out on the East Coast, out on the Atlantic. And so, man, I want to go there so bad, but so bad. Like anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
Mr. Lahey's Mr. John Dunsworth's wall. That's where I want to go.
I'd like to have a fire pit like the one you built. That's really cool.
That's nice. That was nice.
Yeah.
Anyone who hasn't seen it yet, okay, it's called, I swear it's called Get a Hobby?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called, yeah.
I think it's called Get a Hobby. All right, go on YouTube. It's on YouTube, everybody. Get a Hobby. Or Playing with Rocks is something I've punched in before. That'll get you there. It's the best glimpse at the man behind the character that I've ever seen in my life, man. It really lets us know who he is, and it's so nice. It really is.
Yeah, there's an interesting vulnerability about him too. Like, for one thing, it seems like he absolutely said no to nothing on that show. He was willing to do anything, and they had him running around naked at times.
But we had no clue who he really was, man.
Yeah, man. But he just seemed like he was fearless, man, to do all those scenes. Like the one where they put like a toilet paper roll on his dick. He's walking around like that, The sex scene with Randy where he's wearing a wig and he was like playing a woman.
Dude, how about in Countdown to Liquor Day where he's up on the roof?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you can't tell me that is some brilliant acting. If you're telling me that man was sober.
Oh, yeah. Drunk and heartbroken and pulled it both off, too.
At the same time, bud.
Yeah.
Like, he made me feel drunk and heartbroken.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
now I want to know, one thing I would love to ask Rob Wells, if I could ever ask of it, is what it was like to kiss John Dunsworth's bare ass for that scene. That may be one scene. That might be one scene where Rob Wells drank liquor for real. That may be. God. And they did. And
that's some funny shit right there.
They didn't fake it. There's no way. There's no way they faked it. You can tell it. It's
no. He kissed his ass.
Yeah. You could hear those fucking lips smacking and everything. Oh man.
But you know what? But in their defense, for the reality of the show, fuck, I'd kiss your ass too, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny too. Randy's like,
for the show, you know,
yeah.
No other reason, but for the show, I would do it.
And Randy's like, make it quick, Rick. He's like
yeah.
jealous. He's
Randy. He didn't like it.
No. So let me see. So yeah, he was cast by Mike Clattenburg to be in that film One Last Shot, which he actually won.
Have you watched it yet?
I did watch that a while ago. Yeah, I don't remember it that well. It's very different from the series. Like, there's not as much humor in it.
It's very different, and actually, that was something I wanted to bring up. Was I love that because it's the first glimpse at Mr. Lahey that we get, and if you actually watch the show or watch the thing, there's the cat. Remember, he's got to get rid of the cat.
I don't remember that.
The cat's name is Mr. Chico.
Oh, is that right?
That Mr. Lahey tells Julian's character to get rid of. Okay, that cat, Mr. Chico, is the very same cat that plays the character Bubbles in The Cart Boy.
Oh yeah,
which later on becomes Vince the Pince, which is, you know, my cat's namesake now. So I got my own Vince the Pince now. But in Bubbles' song, "Kitties Are So Nice," the one that I, you know, candidly sang drunk as fuck the first episode. That cat is Bubbles, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a connection.
Yeah,
so it's the same kitty.
Did you ever end up seeing Virginia's Run, which had John Dunsworth, Rob Wells, and John Paul Tremblay?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they're in that one. So here's
when it comes to things that they've done outside of Trailer Park Boys, I've only seen Hobo with a Shotgun. I mean, counting, you know, Drunken on Drugs, Happy Fun Time Hour is kind of stupid because that is the same shit. But besides that, I've seen Haven. I watched a good chunk of Haven. That's probably about it, man.
And so he had a political career, well, short-lived. So in 1988, he starred in a video.
I'd vote for him right now.
Yeah, he starred in a video documentary entitled "John Dunsworth, the Candidate" in 1988, and I don't know if that's on YouTube or not. But so he was running for the New Democratic Party, traveling around Nova Scotia, and though it was real, he really was running, but he left. He didn't win the election, then he left to focus on his acting career. So that's a very left-wing political party. That's like, I mean, that's almost like the American Green Party. So he was pretty far left. But it's not a political podcast. So he
not today. That's another podcast.
And then he goes on to mention, so unlike
I found it.
Was it a serious consideration or a passing fantasy? This is a portrait
It's called John Dunsworth's Candidate. How long is it? Oh, 2 minutes. We're all right.
It's 2 minutes long?
2.5.
2 minutes.
Have you decided how you're going to vote in this election?
No.
I'll send it to you, and you can put the link in the description box or something.
I carried it into a letter slot, and I was walking down, and I heard, and I looked back, and it had popped.
Man, I wish you guys could see this. Maybe I'm drunk and buzzed, and that's why it's funny to me. Not that it's supposed to be funny, it's just for the one John, right? He's like Bill Murray, man. It's a direct line from a funny guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, whatever. Really get with this.
Yeah, so though he
Good. I'm done.
so he never had an addiction to alcohol, but he did have an addiction to video lottery terminals, like Ray does.
PLTs, baby.
Yeah, he had a real life addiction to that, and he actually leaned on John Dunsworth leaned on the provincial government in Nova Scotia to have them banned from bars, and apparently then they did. He was a big part of that because he had a serious gambling problem for a long time. So
wow, I would have never known that.
yeah, it's like there's not a lot of casinos in Canada, but yeah, they did allow the video poker thing or slot machines or whatever they were. So that's probably why that got on the show because of him.
Because it's actually a thing.
Oh yeah. In America, you have the real casinos, so yeah. Whereas up here,
well, in California, we don't really. I mean, we got a few Indian reservation casinos.
Oh,
Native American.
We have those too. Yeah.
But besides that, no, you got to go over to Vegas, which is in Nevada. Like the only two places that I can think of really that are is Vegas and Atlantic City. So you got to go to one or the other.
That's it. I thought there'd be more gambling than that. Well, Reno has gambling too.
Reno. I mean, all these places have gambling, but when you think gambling towns, you think Vegas, Atlantic City. That's all you think. I mean, yes, you can go to Reno and have a burger at the store and get some gas and pull the slot machine before you leave and walk out. Like, yeah, you can do that.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, if you were a big-time gambler, you wouldn't go to Reno.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You'd go to Vegas or Atlantic City. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, yeah, there's gambling there, yes.
Yeah, I suppose I'd visit Vegas out of curiosity. I don't know. I wouldn't go and gamble, though. But it seems like there's a lot of entertainment there that has nothing to do with gambling. So.
Hey, Trevor. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Two stupid, dumb fuckstick aliens who are dumb as fuck.
Yesterday I saw the episode where Trevor stood up to him. That was pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, he did. Dude, okay, so we've already watched. So Smokey's already there. Randy's already in, right?
Yeah.
We've already seen Corey, or I guess it's not Trevor, it's Corey and Jacob. We've already seen them go in and get out, apparently, because they're not there anymore. Do you think they're coming back in?
Oh, not Trevor, whose real name is Michael Jackson. But
yeah.
No,
Corey, Jacob.
He wrote, well, the thing is, I thought about reading this document that he wrote, but I still want to interview people from the show on this podcast. And if they...
He had some negative things to say.
Yeah, if I were to read that, maybe they wouldn't do it. So I'm not sure if I should, but his thing was that, well, he hated Conky. Like, he felt like up to that point, the show kind of came across as plausible, but then there's Puppet that he just thought that was a really dumb idea.
Let me tell you right now, that was a dumb idea, and I fucking hate Conky.
Yeah, me too.
But he was brilliant in his own way. You get what I'm saying?
There is humor. Like, it's just that before then, it's like this gritty show that seems people. There used to be people who thought it was nonfiction. That's how well it was done. But then Conky,
what I understood was basically they were kind of like Corey and Trevor on the show. Like, they did all kinds of shit outside, and they ran around, and he got tired of doing all kinds of work and not being paid comparably. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Like on top of...
And then Barry Dunn, who's Ray, my namesake, who I love Ray, fucking way she goes. But anywho, he apparently, and one of the reasons why he left, he was making way too much for doing nothing. And so everyone was getting, not everyone, but some people were getting upset. And I mean, this is all speculation. This is all crap that I read. Sarah never called me and told me, hey, Ray, this is what happened. And Bubbles never said, no, fuck that, this is what happened. Like, that never happened. Okay, so I don't know.
Well, Barry Dunn was one of the producers, so that might have been why he got a little more money. Yeah.
Yes.
Michael,
so he was getting a lot, and you know, as much as we love Ray's character, he wasn't doing much besides rolling around in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Playing the VOTs. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing. So Michael Jackson's piece, he was also saying, well, yeah, here I am saying it. Well, yeah, he didn't get along with Barry Dunn or this other producer, Joe Volpe. He hated Conky, and it sounded like he was being treated like Trevor in real life. So when he wasn't acting, he was just kind of like doing menial stuff, like holding the boom pole. And so I don't know. It sounded like he was kind of whining a bit. So maybe his expectations were too high. I mean, wasn't there. But on the other hand, I mean, Corey Bowles came back, so maybe it wasn't that bad, you know.
Sorry, I was having a drink of liquor. But yeah, no, you're right. Like, I've thought about that too, because like I want to ask sometimes, you know, like, is there any chance that Trevor might come back? Is there any chance of bringing J-Rock back?
Oh, I miss J-Rock a lot.
I miss J-Rock so much, and I get it. I already know Jonathan Torrens, who's the actor who played J-Rock. Jonathan Torrens, he got tired of playing the same eerie type guy, you know, and fucking. He even said, like, hey, I'm at season 10, I'm done. And then when season 10 rolled around, the man stood by what he said. Like, I already knew before that shit rolled out that he was done. I'm still upset about it. Like, I think about it all the time. Like, man, I miss J-Rock.
J-Rock, baby. J-Rock, baby. I always love that. Let me tell you, Jonathan Torrens I don't think anyone has had the kind of longevity in show business that Jonathan Torrens has had. I remember there was a show called Street Sense when I was like in junior high, and then he had a talk show called John-O-Vision, and there was always just one thing after another. He has had the longest fucking career in Canadian show business. It just never ends. And J-Rock's Trailer Park Boys was just part of it. I don't know. He's just been extraordinarily lucky here.
So he's Canadian television's version of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, I don't know if there's someone in...
Just always relevant.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of someone in American show business who's like been around for decades and always worked. I guess like Bob Barker, someone like that. He's almost like that, except he's not just done one show. But it's just amazing how he's just had all this success. He's just one project after another, never ending.
Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I miss J-Rock, man. There's only one time in his whole Trailer Park Boys career that I went, come on, J-Rock, really? And that was when they were trying to burn Julian's car for the money in the movie under the bridge. And then he goes, man, I'm busting. You know, he gets all shook and busts. Like, that's the only time ever I went, man, come on, J-Rock, bud. You got a bust, man.
Yeah,
we ain't busting. I'm not busting. Why are we busting, bro?
And there's this thing I was thinking about how you know, Julian always comes up with these schemes to sell huge quantities of weed or hash. See, that's what gets them in trouble. If they just sold small quantities, then they totally get away with it, right? If you're caught with like 2 grams, you can't get in that much trouble. It's him who fucks it all up, isn't it? If they were just... Ricky just wants to sell little bits at a time and make money.
So are you talking about the Big Dirty?
Well, I mean, every season pretty much has like a version of the Big Dirty, right? He's like, no, we'll sell it all in one sum and we'll retire. First of all, you can't retire on $80,000 or whatever it is. But you know, he thinks he's like a lot smarter than they are, but he really isn't, right? Because he keeps coming up with these harebrained schemes, and they go to jail. So.
I mean, has he run away with the $1 million yet?
No, but he did lose all their money and say goodnight for the bad guys. Say goodnight to the bad guys. So, I love my favorite line from that special. People take too many showers, Ricky. That's hilarious, man. That's a classic.
I love it. No, my favorite scene ever. Okay. the best scene ever shot by anyone ever, the best acting ever done ever by anyone ever. Mark it down, people. You heard it here first. Was John Dunsworth coming up out of drunkenness to the telephone through the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you mean what? Are you talking about the one where he's taking a shower and
what is it? Second After the Bad Guys. No.
Oh, he's on the floor.
He's passed out on the floor, and then the camera when the scene comes in the episode in the movie. It's on him passed out, and he comes out of life. Man, I'm gonna send you the link if you don't remember. He comes out like he wakes up and goes up like to the phone and shit. Like, do you not remember that? Am I hallucinating?
Are you still talking about Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys?
Yeah.
So he's drinking the liquor out of the dish soap bottle.
Yeah, out of like the fucking the dish soap.
Palm olive bottles. Yeah.
Yeah. And he the way he just stumbles around that room, but comes to like, you're telling me that man was sober?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's how good an actor he was.
I know. That's crazy.
My mother, who normally would never, point anything out like this person's a good actor, she just watches shit and just takes it in. She said about him, she said he's a good actor, and that she hardly ever says anything like that. She doesn't normally analyze TV or anything that much, but she saw him at work like, doing one of his drunken scenes. And she knew this guy's got he's got the goods, man. Yeah, so he deserved an Emmy for that character. It's too bad they didn't qualify for that. But
so we were talking shirts a few minutes ago, man. So I'm wearing the shirt, with the weed and the two birds, and says "Get two birds done at once." But my favorite shirt ever, I got this other one. And it's a silhouette of Mr. Lahey, of John, and he's holding the liquor bottle up, and inside the liquor bottle, as the liquor's pouring out, what you see is, "I am the liquor."
Yeah. It'd be great if they did one with Phil Collins that said "Sweaty bitch was high." That would be a cool shirt.
That'd be great. Or the Mustard Tiger.
The Mustard Tiger, yeah. And who wears some interesting shirts is Trevor. He wears a lot of unusual T-shirts. One that said "Donaire," and one of them just had some random guy's name on it. I can't remember what the name was, but
so I found a recipe for Donaires. All right,
yeah.
Now. I'm going to send you the link later, and you let me know if that's the real thing. Like, is that pretty similar to the real thing? And if it is, trust me, I'm a pretty good chef. I can recreate it. All right. And so then I can try my own donaire.
Well, I think if you like, so it has the same kind of consistency as meatloaf, except it's not. It's kind of
basically from what I see, it's a lamb gyro. I know what a lamb gyro is. We had this Greek dude who lived down in Napa and owned a small world market, a little Greek market, man, and he made these lamb gyros. I don't call them gyros; I call them gyros. Yeah, because that's what the hell he told me to call it, a long time ago. So, I called them lamb gyros for like fucking damn near 25, 30 years, damn near.
It'd be a lot of work, but you're supposed to cook it on a spit, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't know. But he made it and put it in these pitas, and he used to make the sauce, man. And I used to go, "What sauce is that?" And someone go, "Oh, it's the yogurt. So it's the fucking Tahitian sauce or whatever, man." Tzatziki or whatever. Yeah, that shit, man. And I put that on there. Oh, man, that shit was good. All over that lamb. And it was lamb gyros, man. Down there in Small World Market, down in Napa, California. Anyone in Napa, California, ever go down to Small World Market, go see Mike. Get yourself a lamb gyro. Mike makes the best lamb gyros this side of wherever the hell they make them originally.
Well, I don't know if you could order frozen food online. Maybe not, but maybe you could try importing those Donaire kits. But maybe it's just like dry goods that you can buy online. But I don't know.
Possibly.
Because Amazon sells food, but I don't think they sell perishable food. So.
Dude, so check this out. A while back, I bought a bong off Amazon. But Amazon doesn't sell bongs.
So what was it called on Amazon?
Decorative home vase.
Decorative home vase.
I'm so glad you asked. Decorative home vase.
So that's kind of like how they used to call vibrators back massagers.
Yes, sir. Exactly like.
Oh, I saw this thing recently. It was this toy that was out in the 80s, and it's E.T.'s finger. It's like a really large E.T. finger, and I think it vibrates and shot a light. But everyone's like, it's just a toy. Yeah. What kind of toy is that exactly?
I assume everybody knows what a dab is. You do a dab, you heat the thing up, and it's a new way to smoke, the way the kids are getting down these days. But anywho, I bought a dab rig off Amazon also, and it literally came in as a straw.
A straw, really?
A straw. Like Alexa, who I have. Sorry, sweetie, I'm not talking to you, but thank you for answering. I can see you lighting up over there. She's always listening. Always.
I didn't know that one.
See?
Fuck you, Alexa.
Always listening.
Alexa, what's Trailer Park Boys?
Hey, Alexa, tell me about Trailer Park Boys.
Trailer Park Boys is a comedy show starring John Paul Tremblay, Rob Wells, and Mike Smith. 3 petty felons have a documentary made about their life in a trailer park. The series has an IMDb rating of 8.4 out of 10 and is rated TV MA.
8.4. Come on.
Alexa, thank you. I love you. Now shut up, please. See, who needs a girlfriend when you got an Alexa?
Yeah, she doesn't talk
dude,
back.
She answers all my questions. She never yells back at me. And when I say, hey, Alexa, I love you, but shut up, guess what? She shuts up.
Yeah.
Now, any girlfriend would be like, what you say, motherfucker?
I was going to ask you,
they hammer me.
Since you're a cook.
That's why I'm single,
Have you ever made your own weed edibles?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I make great butter, dude. I make great butter, but I'm a crock pot butter kind of guy. I make good crock pot butter.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I got a bunch of butter in the freezer right now. I should send you a package. Would they let that over the Canadian-Canada border?
Well, the thing is,
probably not.
Well,
I'd probably go to prison for doing that. I probably shouldn't do that.
It would be
shut up.
It would be the American side that would nail you, not my side. The American side would probably want to nail you. So don't put yourself.
It's always my side.
Well, I mean, we have stores.
It's always my side.
There's a store.
Blame it on America. Poor America.
There's a store downtown here. I can.
No, I'm talking shit. It totally is. Yeah, you're right.
There's a store here. I can buy like weed, beverages, and candy and all kinds of shit. So they got it all. You can trade in weed stocks here. That's another thing that's new. You can start at $4.20 too, $4.20.
Hey, is there really a river that separates our border?
Well, it's part of it. Yeah, it's not the entire border, but
all right. So if I told you to meet me there, and I can swim underwater for a long time.
Well, you're thinking of the place where that they shot those scenes in season 7.
Dude.
That's probably all Nova Scotia. I mean, you can fake that, right? Because Maine is pretty much just like the Maritimes. New England is the Maritimes with money. I'll put it that way.
Well, the question I had then, bud, is there anywhere where I could get some snorkel and some goggles, and I could over to your side?
Well, it would be a long swim, but the Great Lakes, some of them run between the United States and Canada, like Lake Michigan, or was it Lake? I'm trying to think which lakes these were, but
Erie.
Well, between Detroit and Windsor, Ontario, there's I don't know if that's a river or a lake, but yeah, the lakes, run between the United States and Canada.
Yeah, totally. No, I know the lakes. I have no idea where they are geographically, but I do know the lakes, and they're right in that vicinity. So.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but I've thought about that for a while. Like, could I just snorkel and swim across? I once met this chick online, dude, who lived in Canada, You're my second connection to Canada. But anyway, I once met this chick on the line in Canada, and we debated me flying out to Buffalo, New York, and then she could drive over in to Buffalo and then throw me in the trunk and smuggle me back across.
Well, no one would know, yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind being in the trunk for a while, yeah.
That would make me an illegal immigrant, right?
An illegal alien, yeah.
So I officially could never talk shit to illegal immigrants in Napa or America.
Well, no, yeah.
Not that I can. I mean, hey, I got no problem with that. Everyone should go somewhere. Everyone should go somewhere, man.
Well, my country's a lot more welcoming to immigrants, whereas there's a lot of people in America who seem to be very hostile toward them.
All I say is you can't go anywhere illegally.
Well, that's true, yeah.
You have to sign in. My family came here from somewhere. They did.
Yep.
You know? But they did it the legal way.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it
whether you or I like it or not is not the point.
Yeah.
Like, there is a legal way and there is a non-legal way. And if you do it the non-legal way, then you really can't be mad when legal repercussions come your way. That's just how I feel. I'm a man from prison. I'm like Ricky. Like, jail's awesome. And, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll rob some shit right now if you want me to. Like, it ain't that big of a deal. But I'm not going to pretend like it's someone else's fault that I did the shit that I did, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna pretend like whatever. Like, it is what it is, and that's just reality, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I'm just not on board with the kids in cages and separating them from their families. I think that's a bit harsh.
Me neither, but if you want to get technical, do you know what those... Never mind, that's another podcast.
Yeah.
Let's go in there. Yeah, let's
we
fuck off.
won't get into the politics.
No. Let's fuck off right now.
Well, on that note, it's been a great episode, and
Are we done already?
Yeah, it's been 1 hour and 11 minutes. Yeah.
I'm not even done, dude. I got so much shit to do. Fuck.
That means you got something for next episode, then.
Oh, always, buddy, always. Man.
Yep.
I hope everybody likes this. I hope everybody likes me. Fuck. Actually, you know what? I really don't give a fuck.
Well, most of the people are listening on YouTube. It's like getting 500 listeners per episode, so it's starting to build, you know?
Well, all right.
Yeah. So,
shit.
Hello, YouTubers.
Y'all got my email, right? scoopdad.lahey@gmail. And then, you know, of course, Rector.
RectorMedia@gmail.com, yep. So,
yes, sir.
So I'm going to leave everyone with this a compilation of every time Jim Lahey says Randy. I'm going to put that on the end of the show. But before then, I have their belly. Do you have their belly, Raymond?
Fuck, I hope so.
Ricky! Don't talk to me like I'm fucking Lahey talks to Randy, Julian. I'm serious.
Randy. Randy, that's enough.
Mr. Lahey.
Randy. Randy, I copy it. Randy.
Going to the cops and everything.
Randy.
Mr. Lahey.
Randy.
Mr. Lahey.
Randy.
But Miss, we're gonna...
Randy.
Mr. Lahey.
Randy.
But Mr. Lahey.
Randy.
Mr. Lahey.
Randy. 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 For fuck's sake. Randy. Randy. Randy.